For decades, software engineering operated under a single inflexible rule. Deploying code to a server meant exposing it to users. Because code location dictated execution, the physical act of pushing files to production became a high-risk event. If a single newly deployed microservice contained an error, the resulting latency could starve the thread pool and cascade, taking down the entire system. This architecture bred a distinct psychological response among engineers, a pervasive fear of breaking production. To mitigate that risk, organizations erected rigid barriers, forcing every code change through slow, manual change control boards. They built massive staging and quality assurance environments to catch bugs before launch, even as those test environments inevitably drifted out of sync with live production data. The friction compounded until deployment schedules froze, heavily delaying the delivery of actual business value. These management struggles are symptoms of a rigid architectural flaw, a system where code location dictates the execution path. Modern infrastructure resolves this by severing the physical link between deploying code and releasing a product. In this model, deployment becomes a routine file transfer. By moving the code before launching the feature, we isolate the technical update from the user experience. Once deployed, that new code sits entirely dormant. It exists in the production environment, but it receives exactly zero user traffic. A release, on the other hand, becomes a progressive, dynamically controlled business event. We achieve this separation through dynamic execution, shifting control from the build phase directly to runtime. This decoupling transforms deployment from a gamble into a strictly defined, predictable engineering task. To see exactly how this decoupling functions, we have to look down at the application logic. This shift relies on the feature flag, a tool often mistaken for a static toggle. In practice, it functions as a deterministic runtime rules engine. Instead of hard coding an if-else statement inside the application, we extract that Boolean logic into an external JSON configuration file. At runtime, the application sends a request packet to this external engine, which evaluates the context and routes the traffic accordingly. That routing is completely deterministic, governed by specific parameters like a user ID, an email domain, or a targeted IP address. Consider a major e-commerce platform overhauling its checkout workflow. Rather than launching the Mu checkout to everyone at once, the engineering team configures the rules engine to route exactly 1% of desktop traffic to the new variant. During the rollout, a gateway timeout occurs. Because of the precise routing rules, the error is strictly contained within that 1% slice. The team remediates the issue instantly by updating the external JSON configuration, dropping the exposure back to zero. The failed code remains dormant on the server, but the team completely bypasses the need for a slow, costly code redeployment. By externalizing the containment logic, organizations compress their mean time to recovery from hours down to seconds. This decoupled architecture also enables teams to intentionally inject failure into life systems, a practice pioneered by Netflix as chaos engineering. Early chaos testing relied on a method known as diffuse testing. Engineers would inject latency or errors evenly across the total production capacity of a system. Because the errors were spread thin, the increased resource consumption was easily absorbed by the system's normal operating headroom. The failure signal remained entirely hidden in the system noise. To generate precise, actionable data, Netflix developed the Chaos Automation Platform, or CHAP. CHAP abandons the diffuse method in favor of concentrated testing. The platform instantiates dedicated, completely isolated microservice clusters, one control group and one experiment group. Using the same dynamic routing logic as a feature flag, CHAP forces a targeted slice of traffic entirely into a failure scenario, like a computationally expensive API fallback. To prevent a cascading outage, the experiment is governed by an automated circuit breaker monitoring a predefined error budget. If breached, the circuit severs the traffic. By isolating a concentrated blast radius and backing it with automated circuit breakers, teams safely validate the absolute limits of catastrophic failure in live production. The ultimate validation of a decoupled architecture lies in its empirical performance data. This dashboard displays the 4 DORA metrics, the industry standard for measuring how organizations balance engineering speed with software quality. Because deployments now carry zero user risk, teams no longer stockpile code for scheduled release windows. As a direct result, elite engineering teams push code continuously, driving their deployment frequency steeply upward. At the same time, we see a corresponding plunge in the lead time for changes. Code moves instantly from an engineer's merge request to a dormant production state, eliminating the lag introduced by bloated staging pipelines. On the stability side, the impact is equally stark. Progressive releases and chaos tests preemptively isolate bugs, dropping the change failure rate significantly. If a failure slips through, external configuration engines restore service in mere seconds. By severing the architectural link between deployment and release, engineering teams resolve the inherent tension between speed and safety, finally allowing code to move at the speed of the business.